Alright everyone, and welcome back to another video of Back to the Roots, pre-modern magic as Martin Burnett intended. Today with a deck called Zombie Spark. So the idea of the deck is basically to resolve Zombie Infestation and then throw some repeatable threats into it, like Squee, Goblin, Nabob, Krovikan Horror, which is well known. Some more spiciness with a playset of Ashen Ghoul, like it can return if it has 3 or more creatures above it. And some more spiciness with Nether Shadows, which return under the same circumstances, but it's a bit cheaper, a bit weaker, and still hasty. 4 of Zombie Spark, which has a similar role, like you want to discard a Zombie Spark together with a creature from your hand, and then you return it for 1 mana in your upkeep. It's probably pretty variable to answer goblins and elves. The mana base is pretty strong, but the 2 of Urborg Volcano and the Rocky Tar Pits, original fetchland, never seen before in the format, I guess. The sideboard has some pretty stock cards with a Red Blast, Bottomless Pit for some grind, Engineered Plague, but then we got a 2 of Shattering Pulse, because I think the strongest cards against us will be stuff like Phyrexian Furnace and Mishra's Factories. 2 of Boil to just destroy islands, best thing in the world, I guess. And 4 of Volrath's Dungeon. I think this is the funniest and the spiciest card here. Like you pay 4 mana and then you can discard a card to make your opponent put cards back on top of their library, but just as a sorcery. Otherwise, it would be close to broken. But on top of that, any player can pay 5 life in their own turn to destroy it. So this is like probably 8 numbers too weak for anything. If this would have been a 2 mana enchantment or maybe a 3 mana enchantment without the top clause, like it could be fine, but yeah, we want to see it resolved at least once. So let's dive in and have a great time. Alright everyone, we are on the play against Max with I guess one of the highest trophy leaders on Magic Online. We are on the draw and he's running goblins often, so we take a mulligan here. This is probably not good enough either, as we need an answer for Lecky, so we take another mulligan. Not great, but maybe we can stabilize with a Zombie Infestation. Discard like this. Then we need a lot of luck. Okay, no Lecky is fine news. So we need 2 more mana sources at least. Okay, this is kind of a combo. The question is, what do I want to name here with Cabal Therapy? Probably Goblin Piledriver. Maybe the War Chief, I don't know. Let's take the Piledriver. No hit. Yeah, War Chief would have been the better one. So this is a constellation of cards we could beat. If we draw immediately mana source number 2. Okay, he's not going for the War Chief. Okay, Duress is not great. We want to keep this for Zombie Infestation. But as we are missing the land drop here, we are probably in trouble. Yes, we are in trouble. I will continue here. Like, go fetch this for a mountain. Then play Zombie Infestation. And we discard these 2. Place the Krovikan Horror first, the Squee above. So we get the Horror back in the end step. Okay. So he's attacking with everything. I think the right play here is to discard Horror and Duress. Put Duress first, Horror second, so we can put the Squee above later. Then we block here and here. And if we draw another mana source here untapped, we are in a good spot. This is great. Like discard this, discard that. Horror first, Squee second. Get back both Krovikan Horrors. And now we need to set a stop in the second main for my opponent. The Shattering Pulse there is good. Means that we can't get back or can't cast Buried Alive soon. So you have to make this in the second main. Otherwise, they trigger in the end step. So we get one back. I think I can start attacking. Wasteland here is fine. I want to keep this around for a second. And then activate here to discard Krovikan Horror, Squee Goblin Nabob. Horror first, Squee second, no response. And we start attacking. Incinerator is fine. So is Pydriver. So now we have to be careful. I guess we have to activate Wasteland now, otherwise he can play Wasteland on us. And they are above the Krovikan Horror, and we can't return them. Interesting spot. We could even go for the port here, but let's waste. So discard these two. Okay, this is great news. So we go here and then we probably say make a zombie like this. Horror first, Squee second. Buried Alive. For 2 Krovikan Horror and a Squee Goblin Nabob. Horror, Horror, Squee. So we can attack here. At least with 2, I guess. Yeah, this is fine and will probably lead to an interesting game. Hitting Incinerator, Mock Fanatic. So 2 more zombies. Two more zombies. And we could even, in the end step, make more zombies. Let's do it. Firestorm, this is insane. Yeah, I think I want to play Firestorm, right? Firestorm 4/3. What an insane draw from our side. So they can cycle the Gem Palm. Ah, it's fine. So they are forced to block 1. Okay, this is enough. Man, what a game. 1 of Engineered Plague. Okay. This is not good enough, I guess. So it's just 1 Engineered Plague versus... So Duress is too bad. Like maybe they are bringing in Tormod script, but they are probably faster than our Duress. Yeah, 3 of Tormod script. Do I want to play Bottomless Pit? I don't think so. Maybe I need to keep the Duress. I mean, I can discard them. This went very smooth. We don't have red mana, so this might go wrong. This is fine, I guess. Shipping away a zombie infestation here. If he's not leading immediately with Goblin Lecky and Tormod script. Here's a Lecky. No red mana for Firestorm. So let's take a peek here. Getting the information is fine. Goblin Goon is a horror for us. We can concede here together with a Rishaden port. No way that we can recover. Yeah, Duress is beyond awkward, but at least this gives us information, and on the play we can take the Tormod script. Okay, probably fine enough. The Rocky Tar Pit is a bit awkward, but they don't have a way to handle resolved enchantments. So I will start with the Cabal Therapy, naming Goblin Lecky. Okay, Tormod script. Not a problem yet. Okay, Krovikan Horror is sweet. I think we go for Rocky Tar Pit here. The good thing is that we can somehow provoke, like untapped land would be fine. Yeah, we can provoke the Tormod script. Crack there and then... Yeah, we should have gone for the other line. Let's go here with... I guess Wasteland is not the right thing to do here. Play a Zombie Infestation. And I will trade against the Pyriver. Hopefully he cracks the crypt then. I could have played it now, but I want him to attack, so don't give away the information. Okay, here I will block the War Chief, I guess. Okay. Krovikan Horror, Nether Shadow. Perfect for us. Another Squee. This is strong. And I don't think I have any need for playing the Wasteland now. Can we? We can't go for Zombie Spark, I see. So Krovikan Horror, Squee Goblin Nabob. Yeah, let's chip the turn back here. This will be very grindy. Let's see how well he will hit here. This is fine. So it's a good hit from him. Goblin Lecky. I think he can't attack. So if we discard here, he might still play another Tormod script. Okay. So activate again, Krovikan Horror, Squee Goblin Nabob. But a funny matchup for sure. So I still don't want to play Wasteland. And I don't want to play Sulfurous Springs, so I will discard here. Ship the turn back. Okay, port is not a problem yet. Another crypt is good. Like drawing 2 of 3 crypts in 14 cards is insane. But we will try our best. Cabal Therapy would be fine. So probably just attacking with a goon, okay. This is a bit of surprise. I can't block this, right? I can. So let's go discarding these 2. And then go to block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second Tormod script from top was too much here. But otherwise, I think we could have a fine game. Sick draws. Another ringleader. At least no hit with it. So Goblin Lackey, Siege Gang Commander. No attack. I don't want to make another zombie, as I need another creature first, I guess. Duress is not great. Ships a turn back. The problem is that we don't got access to anything like Pyroclasm. Yeah, we are done. Alright, everyone, we are back on the draw with a decent hand. If my opponent is not leading on a Duress, we could do some cool things with Zombie Infestation. Okay. Turn 1, Survival of the Fittest. Pitched through a card like Elfish Spirit Guide. So this is giving away the information that it's probably a Hermit Full English Breakfast. And I guess I want to name a reanimation spell with this. Let's take reanimate here. Okay, no hit. But they have a very fast combo together. This means that we will lead with Zombie Infestation next turn. Discard something for let's see, Cabal Therapy on his own, Withered Wretched. Okay, he will do a flashback probably on the Zombie Infestation, I guess. Then we will just play Urborg Volcano. Oh, I want the Zombie Infestation back. Next turn we play a Squee Goblin Nabob, make flashback of the Cabal Therapy, I guess. It's not great, as they can just easily rebuild with survival. We got a Plague, we got 4 Blasts, and this probably is it. Okay, we got a Nether Shadow here. Tough one. So they got these two cards in hand. It's not feeling great to name some things here, but I have the feeling that we are dead next turn. So let's play the Squee Goblin Nabu here. And then Therapy, but I guess there's no line that we don't lose. If we go for Palinchron here, he probably is not discarding anything and just let it go. Okay, he went for the Squee. So if we name... Yeah, let's name Squee here. Maybe Shapeshifter. Palinchron, I don't know. If we take Palinchron, he will just get Shapeshifter. So I try to buy one more turn. It's tough. There is no good line here. But at least he's forced to make some decision now. So at this point we can probably concede if they take the line with Phyrexian Devourer and with what's called Triskelion. But 30 to 40% of matches are won because the opponent misplays. The deck is so hard to pilot, and even a very small error leads to a combination of cards where suddenly Unearth is your top card. Like, my opponent knows what he does here, but yeah, we can concede here. The lists are pretty stock, so there is no information to gain there. I somehow like the Bottomless Pit to mess with the top of their graveyards. Their Spark is absolutely cool. So Nether Shadow seems to be a bit weak. Maybe Ashen Ghoul. Like this. I think the matchup is tough because they have so many lines, and yeah, we have interaction, but we don't have a clock. So no good clock. Maybe we need to... Yeah, I don't know. Turn 1 survival is tough to beat with any deck. So Their spark is sweet. If I would make changes to the deck, I probably would exchange the Rocky Tar Pits here, as they are not needed and they can mess up with being on top of the Krovikan Horror. And I don't think we need Urborg Volcano. Yeah, this is fine. We get one more land, it's pretty good. Hopefully he has not a number of discard spells there. Shadowgrave, Unearth. I don't like that he has haste here. So I will take the Shadowgrave. Seems to be a bit more dangerous. So I will fetch this away immediately to not mess up with the Krovikan Horrors in graveyard. Another swamp is probably fine. So discard them immediately. Any order is fine here. And if you want to set always yes and always yield, so you are not clicking the whole day while playing Magic Online. Okay, this is like a one-off. I could have made one more zombie. I was on yield there, but I don't know if I would discard anything here. So let's attack here. And then let's get rid of the Hermit Druid maybe. And get rid of the Unearth. So the problem is that we can't snipe cards from our graveyard. I think for now we can play Buried Alive, say Krovikan Horror. Ashen Ghoul can't connect, sadly. Play it like this. I plan to have the Krovikan Horrors in play later. So if he plays Psychotalk, I attempt to Red Blast next turn. Maybe. There is no need. Bottomless Pit would be fine. Okay, let's ship the turn back here. This can act as a blocker later. But having no clock is a problem. Man, with the Zombie Infestation, it would have been a very sweet game. Are there any other discard outlets we can take advantage of? So get rid of this, as I want to use my mana. One Palinchron still in hand. Ashen Ghoul, okay. It might be fine to play the Squee Goblin here once. If they have a Shapeshifter, it's a bad play, but we are so far behind that we need to take some risks. Firestorm could be decent. I could wipe his whole board, but then I need to discard red elemental blast. I will attack here. Hope he blocks with a 05. Okay, I think I can wait one more turn at least. And then we could, if we don't take them back, we could bring the Ashen Ghoul back. It's 3-1, but this has to go for that. Palinchron. Okay, this is a sweet spot now. Counter the spell. Okay, this is another card. I think I will do it for 5. Or maybe for 4. And then we can replay Krovikan Horror. Go here. So the thing is, I don't even care about the Monk Realist. So I might go like this. Ashen Ghoul, Horror, Horror, Horror. Is it a May on the Krovikan Horror? Yes, it is. So do I want to take one turn cycle to return this? I think the answer is yes. Because it has haste and now we can... It would be really bad if he has some kind of Tormod script. But I take the risk here. Plus we want to see Ashen Ghoul in play once. So here you need 3 creature cards above it in total. And here you need 1 creature card directly above it. What can this be? ESG hardcast, okay. Desperate Times. Okay, I need to set a stop here. Yeah, this is no trigger. Sorry for messing this up. I still think it's fine to... Maybe I bring them back now. This was really bad. I thought this would be a trigger, so sorry for the misplay. But it's more like the Eternal Dragon. I never played with the card. But it's more like the Eternal Dragon. Yeah, this could lose us the game here. Otherwise, we could have one in play. Even either this in play or one Krovikan Horror. But let's focus on what we can control. No need to block. I want to have this as a ping. Here it's cool that it's either Painful Mana or... Yeah, this was so bad played, but I need to leave it behind now. It is good to have the red elemental blast in hand. And here sees a problem, like they can't activate Gemstone Mine anymore, otherwise it will go on the top. And the Volrath Shapeshifter won't be the Phyrexian Devourer. Going for Squee. Okay, they don't continue here. The good thing is that even if he plays something like... Okay, he go for the Wolf Roots, which is a good call. I could sacrifice this, but I want to play the second Krovikan Horror anyway. So no need for attacking. So the funny part is, like, if he misplays and was going for a route with Volrath Shapeshifter, we can ping this in response, forcing him to kill the survival. I don't think so. He probably just would continue with discarding creatures. So Squee 4. The part I don't like about the Hermit deck is that they play not much chunky cards. So you are not having a great plan B if your combo lines are not working. Sure, there's something like Palinchrome, but yeah, it runs into every blast. Achroma, okay. I think we will see a hardcast Achroma soon, and this will be a problem for sure. Okay, he discarded it. Karmic Guide, this is a problem. Oh boy. Talking about chunky cards. Oh. I think we lost like this. I was not expecting this. But what a cool way to finish. Alright, this is a small problem for black and red deck. So what's possible here? I can declare blockers like this, and then I will shoot here, sacrifice the Squee. Yeah, even a Firestorm would not be enough here. Death Spark. This is just working in upkeep, and I have like probably 1 life to left for that. 2 blockers here. I mean, it's close. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 damage I have. Ah, not enough mana. Yeah, let's scare him a bit, like ding. close one? Absolutely. Would have loved to see another game here. All right, everyone, we are back on the draw. Sadly, our opponent was lastly seen on Azorius or Blue-White Standstill, which should be a very, very tough matchup. Let's see if the first card he's playing, giving away some information. So this means that he can just have Mana Leak or Prohibit. He played 3 Mana Leaks lastly, so I will name Mana Leak here. Okay, no hit. Even a card like, wow, this hand is stacked. Like, no immediately answer for Zombie Infestation is sweet, but Powder Cake is insane. Let's not give away the information that we have red in our deck. I hope this Buried Alive can survive somehow. Another Ashen Ghoul. So I guess I want to discard these two first. Any order. Let's play Cabal Therapy. I mean, I will play the Mountain before. Let's play Cabal Therapy here. Naming Mana Leak again. Because Prohibit can't hit the Buried Alive. Double Impulse. 2 swords. Okay, I can fight through this, I guess. So what is a combination of cards I will grab here? Probably 2 Krovikan Horror and a Squee Goblin Nabob. And chips a turn back. So they are probably digging for one of the 2 Disenchants or maybe Exalted Angels. Exalted Angel was a one-off last time, but this would be tough to beat. 2 more from the sideboard. Don't want to be pessimistic, but this could be my first 05 league ever. So even Mishra's Factory here is nasty. Another Buried Alive is strong. So how do we want to play this? Probably like this. I clicked any order, man. I'm half asleep here. Then continue like this. Hope it's not getting countered. Sword is fine. So triple Squee Goblin Nabob, or maybe... I think some more Krovikan Horror are fine. But now I need to focus to not misclick again. Because I think this game is still live. Ships a turn back. Get back 3 Krovikan Horror. And we see an Impulse here. A Decree. This is funny. Yeah, he's digging for disenchant for sure. Alright, let's discard 2 horrors. Any order is fine here. So this factory can block. The funny part is that... Do I want to make more here? I guess at some point we need to see the powder cake going. This is no problem. So Ashen Ghoul. Do I need to play the springs? I don't think so. Alright, let's respond by discarding Krovikan Horror and Squee. And I'm thinking about playing Deathspark here. To keep the Ashen Ghouls around. Like this is targeted. Let's target my Ashen Ghoul. He's fetching, so probably another sword or maybe Mana Leak Prohibit. Okay, no problem. So we got it like this. Now we get a zombie, we get 3 life, we attack. And in the end step, we might have some action. I don't think I have any positive effect of making zombies now. Like they would just run into something like Wrath of God. So let's discard here. Let's discard here. Let's discard these. Click on the Squee first for sure. So in the end step, we get 4 of these back. Discard. Discard. And now suddenly you see the price tag from Krovikan Horror making sense. So let's resolve this lastly. And then I want to pay here. And they can return. Let's take a draw and play Duress. Okay, Duress was not the best one, so I don't get back the Krovikan Horror. For sure, I should have discarded first. So there's very much room for misplaying. I let him block. And then if he wants to pump, I shoot 1 damage. I mean, we could almost kill him, but... Right, he went to 2. Yeah, it's... You can misplay this on so many levels. But I think we are quite safe here. Yes. All right, we got some stuff going on, like Boil is sweet. So is the Bottomless Pit. I'm not too sure about the dungeon. I don't think there are any matchups where the dungeons could be better. But I want so many cards here. Firestorm can probably go. Like it's still a bit ugly to fight a card like Exalted Angel, right? Deathspark is probably too cute. So is the Nether Shadow. Maybe like this. Still thinking about keeping the Firestorm to have at least some play against Exalted Angel. But a 4 of the Volrath's Stronghold, Volrath's, what is it, Volrath's Basement or whatever, is probably just too much in any matchup. But we are exactly here to see cool cards we haven't seen in Pre-Modern for the last years. Ah, this is the first Wasteland I see in the deck, but we need to take a mulligan here. This is way better. I think I want to ship one blast. And it's probably fine to lead with a Rocky Tar Pit, as my opponent could slam Meddling Mage, but he will probably name something like Zombie Infestation. Then we can play Pyroblast. Okay, I do want more black, I guess. And then play Duress. So if he attempts to counter here, I will let it resolve and follow up with Cabal Therapy, naming Exalted Angel. Yes, boy. The hand is super stacked, so I'll wait a bit longer to at least have the possibility to resolve a Zombie Infestation. Yeah. We have something going here. Okay. Not enough mana. I somehow like to have the Firestorm here. I need a mana source, this is it, and let's continue with a Zombie Infestation for now. We will see a Prohibit, yeah, but let's try to blast and see if he has our own blast. It is what it is, like. No annul available. So, do we want to play anything here? I don't think so. So now I could see us discarding Squee. But as he is having the blocker, it's not necessary here. Another dungeon, okay. I will discard one of these dungeons. Here's a disenchant. I don't know. It's not great, but I want to discard it to have a zombie for Cabal Therapy flashback. And Boil is not too great here. Yeah, maybe Boil is a trap versus decks with more than one color. Alright, attack here. See if he's in for the block. He is not. Maybe I just play the Squee, but it can be awkward for sure. Let's chip the turn here. Having Firestorm up is not too bad. I could even see Firestorm making the lethal damage at some point. A sword is fine. Bloodstained Mire. I think we just bait a counterspell for the dungeon, right? Yeah, the dungeon would have been funny. Because I could set my opponent back. Next turn I would slam the Krovikan Horror, because I can always sacrifice it for in response of this getting sorted. Ugh, ugly. Dust Bowl, Decree, or the rest? And then I don't know what it's good for, but let's play Boil. It's just a 4 mana instant Stone Rain here, but it might make the difference. Especially with him not grabbing the mana source, and he's digging for more mana now, which is sweet. Yeah, let's see if he has a mana leak for the Squee. He does. Okay, this is a strong draw. I hope he's cracking it immediately for Squee Goblin Nabu. Yeah, he's doing it. So let's bait another mana leak here. This seems to be a hardcast Exalted Angel. Yeah, this is probably the end. We have Buried Alive here, but no payoff. We can attempt to cast Buried Alive for a Krovikan Horror and 2 Squee Goblin Nabu. And then somehow make a... I mean, we need... This isn't even the answer, because we need 5 targets. Yeah, this is over. Let's concede here. No way out for us, especially with 4 cards in hand. Ball is not great. I probably want some of my creatures back to apply more pressure. I think we have a decent setup against a deck like this, but Exalted Angel is out to lose for us, so yeah, even this hand is kind of sucks. But I do want to have some answers with Firestorm to Meddling Mages and more. Okay, let's take the Fact or Fiction. Let's Cabal Therapy the Powder Keg next turn. Okay, we draw another mana source. So let's get rid of 2 Powder Kegs. Hope the Wasteland will slow down the game a bit. So the problem here is that I somehow need the Wasteland for Mishra's Factory, but as we are getting white mana and advantage here, plus we have Firestorm for Mishra's Factories. Squee Goblin Nabob is not bad. Like, we can cast it, and before we press priority, we can get rid of a Swords to Plowshares. Let's go for red mana source. Alright, you need to do it immediately, otherwise they can interact before you get priority again. Fact of Fiction prohibit. Not countering the sword is a bit odd. Okay, this is our chance now to get in the Buried Alive. I'm not sure, maybe Ashen Ghoul is the line. What happens if we take Ashen Ghoul? I don't know. Let's take 2 Krovikan Horrors and a Squee. And plays Wasteland. In the upkeep, I will immediately waste to not give him the ability to go to 4 mana for the Fact of Fiction. Plus, it's sweet to get rid of Dust Bowl. Rocky Tarpit. It's a bit too slow here, but let's just try to add some Krovikan Horrors to the board. It's always sweet that you can... I mean, another Wasteland is sick. I somehow want him to activate first. And if he does, I will play the Firestorm. Alright, let's continue here with another Krovikan Horror. Counterspell is fine. I probably now need to wait one more turn cycle. I don't want to get rid of the Krovikan Horror if I waste here. It gives him the possibility... Okay, this will be just brutal for my opponent. So we go here and say we play Firestorm. For that creature, for that. So, and we are discarding 2 Squee Goblin Nabob. Any order. So we got creatures above it. We can now go here. Play the Rocky Tarpit. Attack. It's safe from Swords to Plowshares. Another Horror in hand. We got the next Wasteland ready. Suddenly it's looking good, but this was carried by 3 Wastelands for sure. Let's fetch. For Swamp again. I like the idea of having Ashen Ghoul to apply pressure. Crash in for 5. And I want to chip the turn back until upkeep. In case if he has Teferi's response, I want him to bind 2 mana in his own turn and not in the end step. Okay. Another Ashen Ghoul. We are drawing so brutally good. And this is lethal. Like, happy I brought the Ashen Ghouls back. Not about the graveyard ability, but more about the ability to have a 3-1 haste for 4 mana. Yes, GG's. Alright everyone, we are back. Again on the draw. I'm unsure about this hand. It has no payoffs. Like, this is a bit much payoff, but let's try it. I'm not willing to reduce my hand size to 5 versus unknown opponent. If we draw Buried Alive, we might be back in the game, but... So opponent was lastly seen on a deck like Terrageddon, 5 color. So I will play it more safe. For example, if my opponent has Wastelands. Duress is decent. I think I will fetch here, play a Nether Shadow, and attack with it. Next turn, Duress plus Zombie Infestation is my plan. This is a bit weak, to phrase it friendly. Like 3 more creature cards above it, even if it would have just be 1 creature card. Okay, Sky Short Expanse is giving me away the information that we might face Replenish here, which is probably the worst matchup we could face. It would be a odd constellation of Replenish cards, but they are playing it. And Skyshot Expanse is super seldom in other builds. So has a player ever been seen with... Okay, Standstill again? No need to drop more here. I mean, I absolutely prefer fighting Standstill than UV Replenish. The deck here looks really sweet. But outside of the MTGO or Pre-Modern Magic website, I've never seen it performing. And I'm unsure how it could adapt. It's probably better to play a green-red survival version. Yeah, not here for dropping any more lands. Fact or fiction? Okay, double furnace or the rest. Like, we can't even fight 1 furnace, I guess. So as long as the zombie infestation is not handled, we got possibilities together with Wasteland. Sure, we can't buy back any stuff, but... So here's a Wasteland, which is nice. Let's get rid of 1 factory here. Yeah. Probabilities are very low to win this, but it might be. Like, the factories are the problem, not the furnaces. We don't have the good cards against furnaces here, so Morphed Exalted Angel. Yeah, this deck is a nightmare. Like, it worked out the last round we played, but we can concede here. Take a look. Yeah, absolutely zero chance. So the Exalted Angel brought it to zero chance to win this. So Nether Spirit, get out. Despark, get out. Boil is still awkward. Maybe I play it like the Streamlined. The dungeon is especially bad with the versions playing high amount of the furnace. I could see us bringing Shattering Pulse to handle furnace at least. It's not great, but you saw the previous game how well we could recover and how good the Krovikan Horror was later. Yeah, seems to be pretty streamlined, but it's tough against Maindeck Furnace. Unkeepable. Keepable. So here we got something going. Like, our plan is to lead with Cabal Therapy, naming Furnace. And then we hope to dodge a null. And we have to follow up. Okay, Meddling Mage is fine. We either have to follow up for Meddling Mage or maybe Exalted Angel later. Like, the Wasteland could do some work here. If I draw another land, I will hide it for a moment. Yeah, perfect. The question is the Meddling Mage fine? I guess it's fine. Like, he could name Cabal Therapy then, but yeah, he can have the Meddling Mage. We got Red Blast, we got Firestorm. The Zombie Infestation is in play, so he will probably name... Okay, Lightning Bolt. I don't have it in the deck, so I'm glad I didn't play it. The Cabal Therapy there. Another Wasteland. Get out. So at some point I might play Cabal Therapy again. Second Wasteland is strong. I'm not even sure if he attacks here if I attempt to block or just let it go. Powder Cake, it's okay. So if he attacks here, I will make zombies. So he's forced to pop it, I guess. Okay, they are back. I feel a bit forced to make a token here and then name Exalted Angel, because Exalted Angel is unbeatable. Decree, okay. Decree is not a problem. Let's fetch. I will play the Wasteland, but only because I have two. So otherwise, if he just would have basics and we would have no Wasteland, I would hide it. Get rid of this, please. Like in the next step, I will hide the Wasteland. Cabal Therapy is decent. I will play the Wasteland to play around a card like Mana Leak. Let's name the decree. Okay, we got a decree here. 3 Adaka Wastes in hand. So he's attacking here. I don't want to block as we are winning the race and we don't run lightning bolts. Let's go for Adaka Waste to force the decision if he has Fact or Fiction or something like that. Krovikan Horror is sweet. It's okay. Like gaining 2 life here is very important. So I don't want to flashback Cabal Therapy as he's only having 2 Adaka Wastes in hand. Cool part is that we can now make 2 zombies in a turn cycle with the help of Krovikan Horror. Okay, they're shipping it. So again, they had like 2 islands. Maybe I can catch them, and maybe this is necessary to at least try it. Cut to Ashen Ghouls. Yeah, the dungeon is... I don't know where I want to play the dungeon. Probably against the control deck without Graveyard Hate. Okay, this is a lot to unpack here. And I'm tempted to keep it. Like 3 Wasteland plus every mana available. So I will lead with a Urborg Volcano. The great thing is that we can even answer stuff like Teferi's Response. So let's chip the turn back until upkeep. Go for the Wasteland. I know the hand is not perfect by any means, but many decks just struggle against 3 Wastelands. Okay, here's the response. Here's our response. And this is exactly why you play this in the upkeep. Otherwise, he would have had the mana available in his own turn again. Come on, non-basics. Isn't he having another land? He has, okay. Zombie Infestation. I mean, I could resolve this immediately. And I think it's worth it to not run into anything like a null. Plus, I want to target white mana sources with the Wasteland, probably. Let's see if he taps out for anything. I could see us... Cabal Therapy is decent. Let's lead on Cabal Therapy. I mean, we could name Angel, but I think if he would have the Angel, he would have slammed it. Disenchant. Disenchant is strong. I guess I want to cash in nothing. So we don't lose against the Exalted Angel because of Firestorm, so I will name Fact or Fiction. Counterspell, Meddling Mage, Dust Bowl, and Stuff. Okay. So now suddenly the boil is getting interesting again. Let's see if he names Firestorm. I can't imagine. Zombie Infestation. Okay, probably the right call. The question is, here's a boil. This is strong. So I can play Sulfurous Springs. And then go for Buried Alive. Let's take a combination of Krovikan Horrors together with Squee. So we get at least back 2 cards in the end step. And I would love the fact that he will morph the Exalted Angel. Or Third Island would be funny. Okay, here's the Dust Bowl. I need to get some more mana. Duress is really good. Let's play the Wasteland here. Let's play Duress. Double Counterspell and Teferi's Response. This is tough. So I will take 1 Counterspell here. And in the upkeep of my opponent, I mean, I could even just play Squee. So if Squee resolves, I ship the turn back. So there's a little danger of him drawing exactly Swords to Plowshares. But otherwise, next turn I will flash back for Counterspell, and then we will be boiling. I would love him dropping another land here, another island. Okay, Adaka Waste is no island, but now we got a line. So he might activate the Dust Bowl then. This would be one argument for me to wait one more turn, but yeah, I think the line is fine here. Maybe he plays Counterspells. This would be great news for us. Okay. So as he can't activate Dust Bowl now, I will absolutely go for the boil. And the Teferi's response is not doing anything, because this is not making any targets. Perfect. This game is not over yet, but we are getting there. Okay, Impulse to find another mana source. If he has no blue mana, I'm in for Wasteland, I guess. Okay, here's blue mana. Just the Teferi's response in play. So what's the best line we can make? Fetch this for Swamp. Probably Ashen Ghoul. Maybe Krovikan Horror. But I guess I want to play the Ashen Ghoul here. If he attempts to fetch, I will crack the Wasteland in response. Targeting Adaka Waste, I guess. Yeah, these are very interesting games. Even a discard spell by us would be fine. Okay, this is no spot where we should activate Wasteland. Another Dust Bowl, okay. It's not doing much. Bloodstained Mire is probably fine. Let's go for Swamp. Attack for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Krovikan Horror. Giving us some reach. We still are not allowed to lose against Exalted Angel, so I will be careful with my Firestorm here. So if he attacks, I will not block. Like the Firestorm is lethal next turn. Another Krovikan Horror. So are we going to try the lethal line? I still don't think it's necessary, so let's just attack here. The cool part is that we can sacrifice any creature here. If this is a decree, I think I will attempt to make a lethal line. So how would it be possible? I need to discard 3. Yeah, I can just discard 3 cards. So hitting them and then crash in seems to be good. And then we follow up like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's cancel this. Let's firstly go for Adaka Waste here. To not mess up our Krovikan Horrors, and then we make like 1, 2, 3. Discard 1, 2, 3. Firestorm really shines. Yeah, this was really a blowout game. Like he goes to 4. And then probably even with an Exalted Angel, it seems to be over. Yes. Alright everyone, we are back for our last round and we try to answer the question if we can go still positive with the deck. The hand is a bit bad and slow. I can see the effect of Buried Alive together with Duress and Wasteland, so I try to keep it just to getting to know the deck better from different angles. It's pretty mediocre, but I'm not sure what my opponent plays. He was lastly seen on a red and green Survival Madness build with 2 of Natural Order and some Phantomi Shoba. So we are here for a grindy match, and there are just very, very few matchups where turn 1 Duress will hit nothing. Yeah, let's see. Let's lead with a Swamp to not give away too much information. Okay, again, blue and white. I'm unsure. I don't know. Let's take the Mana Leak here. to at least resolve. A Buried Alive, hopefully. Is it the third time blue and white land still? Might be. Rocky Tar Pit and go. They can now play a peek. And it doesn't matter, I will slam the Buried Alive next turn. It could be a really, really odd build of blue-white Stifle Out, but the probability is so high that this is just UV replenish, UV landstill again. Okay. 3 unknown cards. So the thing is that it's not super important to resolve the Buried Alive. And I think the probability is higher that he just has no counterspell and then he's resolving Impulse to find another mana source after we Wastelanded, so I attempt to play Buried Alive here. Okay, what we take? Ashen Ghoul was strong, but we might have trouble putting 2 more creatures above it, so let's take the Horror route again. Horror, Squee. And yeah. At the point where we got to 5 mana, we can just play Krovikan Horror and sacrifice that again if it's targeted by a Source of Plowshares. Okay, 1 more sword in hand. We got a ton of decent draws. So this was a odd league again. Blue-white standstill is very, very medium. Sea of Cleansing, okay. Firestorm. I won't do it just blindly. So go for the white mana here. This is our biggest chance, I guess. Again, you need X targets for Firestorm. You can't just scale it in a big one and then... So the highest I could do now would be 2, like targeting my opponent, targeting myself, and then play Firestorm, but Sea of Cleansing is awkward. Like we can't play discard before. So we are in for Krovikan Horror route. No white mana is sweet. And no attack. No attack here is the right decision for sure. Okay, another mana source. Let's get a red mana here. And as he's not having white mana yet, let's play Ashen Ghoul. Crash in for a bunch. Okay, here's white mana. So we might see a situation. I mean, playing Zombie Infestation would be funny. I will slam the Swamp before. And I think I attack first. So 2 things. As we can play this safe from Mana Leak, I will play it. If this resolves, we got the ability to make zombies, which is nice, and I start with it now. Like discarding like that. Any order is fine. Okay, now I guess it's safer to ship the turn for now. I don't want to have the Zombie Infestation above my Krovikan Horrors. I don't get him back, yes, but it's more important to have them in hand. So if he attempts to blow up the Zombie Infestation now, I will discard Krovikan Horror and Squee. We get every 4 cards back. What is it? Is it something like... So here's the question, is if he goes for a sword here. We could play Firestorm to get rid of the Ashen Ghoul. In this case, we could even get back everything. And we could bring back a hasty Ashen Ghoul next turn, which is probably great. That's a weak plan against Exalted Angel for sure. But I like the idea. So let's attempt here for Firestorm, targeting my opponent and the Ashen Ghoul. Put the Krovikan Horror first, the Squee on top. This is perfectly fine. Like, I don't have cards left now. He goes to 10. So the Mishra's Factory is a problem for sure. Ah, I see. This was stupid. Ashen Ghoul is on the bottom. It's not a huge problem, I guess. But this means that we will get back all Krovikan Horrors for now. No need to... Yeah, not a huge problem. We still got 5 mana. Okay, second factory is strong. Stencil is fine for me. This is a newly controlled factory. This is interesting. It means he can't just block and tap. So let's attack here for 2. And then I'm in for Krovikan Horror number 1. We can't win against 2 Mishra's Factory anyway under the standstill, so we absolutely need to crack it here. Yeah, Exalted Angel is still the best card against us. The other stuff is fine to play around or to outvalue at some point, but okay, Sword here is fine. Like, it wasn't great anyway to have the zombie around against his potentially 4/4 Mishra's Factories, but so if he plays Exalted Angel Morph and has no counterspell available, we can have a shot. This is good. Another factory. So, do I just want to start playing Squeeze, or is it better to play another horror? So no need to attack here. I mean, a card like Blood Moon could do some good work for our deck. Another Squee. That's a bit too much, probably. How about another... How about a Squee? So if we attack here, he can make a 5/5 blocker. If we attack with both, yeah, no need to attack. I mean, at some point we could even ping something like Exalted Angel. Okay, he gets a decree. It's a bit too much draw, I guess. But I don't want to put decree together with Standstill. I guess he takes the draw pile here to find Exalted Angel. On the other hand, he could just take Decree to generate an amount of angels later. Let's see. This seems to be Exalted Angel. Okay, Decree for 2. Not too sure about this. Death Spark, okay. Do I attack first? I guess. Alright, he's blocking like this, so we could get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. I think it's more important to somehow handle the angels. Like this. So this will die. Yeah, let's slam another Krovikan Horror, which is exposed to something like this Swords to Plowshare, but it's not a great spot to be in anywhere. Anyway, so let's set a stop and upkeep here. If he attacks, is it worth it to return the Ashen Ghoul? I mean, you can still sacrifice these two in upkeep. Get back Ashen Ghoul, but here's a variety of blockers available. Yeah, we will boil again. I mean, this far we won every match against Standstill, so maybe if we are lucky, absolutely give back the Zombie Spark. Like 1 damage is so important in this matchup. Are we having anything from a Buried Alive? I don't think so. So it might just be right to ping here for black mana. Play a Squee Goblin Nabob. Hope to not see something like Absorb. Not attacking with any Mishra's Factories is interesting. It feels like he has another Decree of Justice. So sadly we can't return everything here. So 6, 10 damage. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have to block a bit if he goes all in. It's fine. I don't think he will attack with the Mishra's Factories here. Okay. Let's go to blockers. Block this, block that. So we don't get Ashen Ghoul back immediately. But we can say ping here. I don't know. Do I need to ping him? I try. It's pretty over the game, but... So we could bring back a hasty Ashen Ghoul, which is not enough here. Duress. We are so close. Let's start with Duress to see if we got any chance here. The factories are the biggest problem. Factories and Exalted Angel for sure, but I don't know. I like the way we sideboarded last game. Firestorm would be great here. If he's just, he could just counter one card. Firestorm would be a win. Let's concede. It's awesome how much play the deck has against a deck like our opponents. Like we are bringing in a bunch. Shattering Pulse is good against Mishra's Factory too, I see. So Nether Shadow is absolutely unplayable. Not a fan of Deathspark. 2 more to cut, and they are probably I don't know. Ashen Ghoul is fine. Maybe Buried Alive? Like, we are in for the long game anyway, and we don't want to expose too much into a Tormod script. So it might be right to go this route. Yeah, Volrath's dungeon is just too cute. We are missing black mana, otherwise I would be in. This is fine. Let's ditch Ashen Ghoul, I guess. Lead with the Volcano and chips a turn. I'm not sure, he might have Seed of Cleansing, so it will be a bit tough to play the Bottomless Pit. We can't in total. We are heavily relying on the Bottomless Pit, and even with it, it's not going into any direction we want to have it. Yeah, here's a Furnace immediately, which will get the other half of our Cabal Therapy, but boy, this is awkward. Let's probably name Seal of Cleansing, as we can answer a counterspell. Okay. So we might get there with a Bottomless Pit if he's not having immediately a good draw. Mishra's Factories are a problem for sure, especially without us having mana and he having, without us having an answer and he having Phyrexian Furnace ready. I will go for Bottomless Pit. I mean, I could wait one more turn. Maybe it's good to wait one more turn. As we're having an answer here, it's kind of bad if he is exactly Seal of Cleansing. He's not going to fetch and play Impulse? Is he having an Angel, maybe? But still. Here's the Seal, man. Impossible. It's probably one-off, and I think we did the right thing. So let's hope that he will just overboard on... I think we still get the Bottomless Pit out. Right? So the chances that we can still win this are maybe at 1%. But as it's the last game anyway for the league, I'm in to try. Let's ship the turn back. We need a Shattering Spree first. This is enough for me to counter immediately. Yeah, we need so much stuff to get back into the game. Let's try... Yeah, we can't wait here. Let's play Krovikan Horror. Again, 3 of Mishra's Factory. This is insane. And Exalted Entity. Yes, you have it. All right, everyone, we are back after 5 very hard rounds. 2 and 3, but I love the idea to playing the deck again. I think it has some play. With the core, there's nothing too wrong. We have seen it in other builds, but yeah, I like the addition of Deathspark and of Firestorm. I think if I want to play this again, I would probably cut 4 of Nether Shadows and at least Rocky Tar Pits and Urborg Volcano. And yeah, in the sideboard, the Volrath dungeon is too cute. We need some better stuff there, but it was fun anyway. So what do you think? Do you have any ideas about the deck? Please leave it in the comment and see you in the next one.